I'd like to call the meeting to order, please. Ms. Foche, will you lead us in prayer?
Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you this evening mindful of our duties in educating our children and ask that you grant us the wisdom and the energy to address the needs of every child who walk through our doors. We ask a special blessing for those in our families who are ill or who have lost loved ones, and pray that your Spirit will guide us through these difficult times. Thank you for the guidance that you consistently provide in our work and in our lives. It is in your name, for this we pray.
Mr. Long, will you lead us in the pledge?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ms. Foche, will you do a roll call, please?
Mrs. Acevedo? Here. Mr. Campbell?
Here.
Dr. Kraft is not with us. Mr. Egan? Mr. Gaines?
Here.
Mrs. Dysart?
Here.
Mr. England?
Here.
Mrs. Lemoyne?
Here.
Dr. Lewis?
Here.
Mr. Long?
Here.
Mr. Warner?
Here.
Thank you, Ms. Foche. Item number 4, community concerns. Ms. Benazak, has anybody signed up?
No, sir. No one has, no, sir.
Sure, let me just.
Thank you.
Okay, fine. Okay, thank you, Ms. Benazak. Yes, Mr. Gaines.
Yeah, I take a point of privilege, and I think we ought to, as a board, take a moment of silence to remember those children that were killed here last week. I mean, it's a horrendous situation. As a parent, I don't know how I would handle that. So let's take a moment of silence, if you don't mind. Sure. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gaines, and our condolences go out to all those families. Okay, we do the item number 5, the committee assignments. Let me just go over this. If there's any adjustments, please let me know, but tonight I'm just going to list and name the committees. Okay, Executive Committee, Mr. Long, Dr. Kraft. Finance Committee, Ms. Dysart, Mr. Warner. Insurance Committee, Mr. Egan, Ms. Acevedo. Building Committee, Mr. Warner, Mr. Campbell. Education Committee, Ms. Lemoyne, Mr. Gaines. External Responsibilities, Federal Government Relations, Mr. Warner, Mr. Carl Gaines, Jr. Local Government Relations, myself, and Dr. Kraft. Louisiana School Board Association Relations, Ms. Lemoyne, Dr. Kraft. National School Board Association Relations, Mr. Bill Egan. LSU Corporate Extension Relations, Mr. Don Campbell. Junior Achievement Relations, Ms. Acevedo. Head Start Policy Council Member, Ms. Catherine Lemoyne. Higher Education Relations, Ms. Diana Dysart and Ms. Catherine Lemoyne. Betsy Relations, Ms. Diana Dysart. Louisiana Legislative Relations, Dr. Hugh Kraft and Mr. Joseph Long. I'd like to just have that put in the minutes. If anybody has any corrections or adjustments, please get back with us. Thank you. Okay. Okay, we'll move on to item number 6. Motion to incorporate the minutes of the February 2018 General Committee meeting into the minutes of the February 2018
So
regular
moved.
meeting. We have a motion by Dr.
Second.
Lewis, second by Mr. Long. Any adjustments to this? Additions or deletions? If not, please cast your vote.
Motion passes 10-0.
Go on to item number 7, motion to approve the following minutes. Regular monthly meetings from October 24, 2017, as published on November 10, 2017. Okay, wait. Oh, Mr. Warner. Okay, Ms. Dysart. Any adjustments in this? There being none, please cast your vote.
Motion passes 10-0.
Okay. Regular monthly meeting minutes from November 28, 2017, as published on February 9, 2018. Motion by Mr. Gaines, second by Mr. Campbell. Any adjustments? If not be, please cast your vote.
Motion passes 10-0.
Special meeting minutes from December 12, 2017, as published on February 9, 2018.
So move.
Okay, Dr. Lewis, and second by Ms. Lemoyne. Any deletions or additions to this meeting? Okay, if not, please cast your vote.
Motion passes 10-0.
Regular monthly meeting minutes from December 19, 2017, as published on December 29, 2017.
So moved.
Ms. Dysart, motion by Ms. Dysart,
I'll second.
second by Mr. Warner. Any adjustments? Being none, please cast your vote.
Motion passes 10-0.
Regular monthly meeting minutes from January 23, 2018, as published on February 9, 2018. Got a motion by Mr. Campbell, second by Ms. Estevado. Any adjustments, or deletions, or additions to it? None? Being none, please cast your vote.
Motion passes 10-0.
We'll move on to item number 8. Let's see something. Okay, review of personnel changes for February 2018. We have Mr. Granberry, review of the performance contracts. This is for information only. And we do have a retiree I see in here. I saw it before. Catherine Cassio from Goche. We wish her well.
Gave it to you, yeah.
Yeah, at the last
It's got
meeting
the
we
whole
had.
list of them.
Yeah, Ms. Dysart?
Yes, I just wanted to make a statement. Thank you, Mr. Granberry. On the performance contracts, I just wanted to say that we are just all very, very blessed to have so many administrators and personnel who assist us every day and just do a wonderful job and caring for each and every one of their areas. And we're very blessed that they're all remaining with us. And I know we're renewing their contracts. And I just want to, at this time, say thank you for all of their service every day and their many long hours, too. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Dysart. They sure make us shine, don't they?
They do.
Right. Good. Thank you. Also on item number 8, we got the Louisiana Task Force for Teacher Shortage Resolution. This was read in the last minutes, so we just need a vote on this. Do we want to do an acclamation, or do y'all want to have, how y'all want to handle this? Acclamation? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? So be it. Thank you, Mr. Granberry.
Thank you.
Okay, move on to item number 9, motion to approve the bid tabulations for large food service equipment. Who do we have? Mr. Fernandez, huh?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, have a motion by Dr. Lewis, second by Mr. Warner. Any questions for Mr. Fernandez? Being none, please cast your vote.
Motion passes 10-0.
Move on to item number 10, tabulation of bids for demolition of Sebastian Roy Elementary. Mr. Fernandez, you have the floor, sir.
Thank you, sir. In your package, you have the bid tabulation for the bid for the demolition of Sebastian Roy Elementary. We had the bid opening this afternoon. There were 9 contractors that placed bids with us, and as you see, the contractors in their bid prices, and we are recommending Insulation Technologies, Inc. with low bid of $386,400. Insulation Technologies is an established company. We've had them do some projects for us in the past. They've done some demolition projects. We're very happy with them, and they're happy with their bid price, so we are recommending they be awarded this contract.
Yeah. Mr. Fernandez, how long is this going to take? Do they give you a timeline?
We haven't set a timeline as of yet, but we are, everything is cleared for them to start as soon as possible. FEMA, and we have done all of our reviews, all of our environmental reviews and everything, so they can start immediately. I would imagine it would take a couple of months for them to do the demolition and then restore the property again.
Sure. Thank you. Mr. Gaines?
Mr. Fernandez, down at Sebastian Roy, there's 5 beautiful oak trees on the property, 1 in the front and 4 in the back. They were probably planted at the time of construction of the building, so they're about 50 some odd years old, I guess, around that neighborhood. So demolition company's not going to touch these trees,
No,
correct?
that is not part of the project. They are not to touch any of the trees on the site.
Because I know
we will
demolition
make
companies,
sure
they want to
that-
go in there and just tear everything up, just want to make
Yeah,
sure there's a
well,
stipulation
no,
in there.
Yes, we'll make that clear to them.
Okay, thank you.
That's it, Mr. Gaines? Okay. Anyone else? Mr. Long?
I noticed there's a big discrepancy in the, prices, the quotes.
Yes.
That's unusual, huh?
It's unusual. There's a wide variation. The low bid was 386,000. The high bid was in excess of
Almost.
900,000. But
Right.
there was several bids in the range of the winning bid, and it was my understanding. I talked to Mike Lakeen, who talked with Insulation Technologies, and they indicated to him that they're looking to take advantage of some of the salvage value of the concrete. Apparently, concrete is in great demand by oyster fishermen, so they are using that to mitigate some of the cost, as well as some of the other contractors, I'm sure, took into account the salvage value of those materials and to lower the cost of their bids. So
And
we
also,
were able to take advantage of that.
Does FEMA cover the total cost of this?
Yes, sir. This is a FEMA fully reimbursable project.
Okay.
So FEMA's the one that takes advantage of
And
the
it's gonna be a
cost.
complete job? They
Yes, sir.
demolish
It's
it
an
and
actual
they
cost
haul everything
project.
away and?
Yes, sir. And then they'll restore the property, regrade and restore the property when it's over.
Okay, thank you.
And they have all the proper insurance, correct?
Yes, sir. We require them to have all the proper insurances and all the coverage that we need for this project.
Okay. Ms. Dysart?
Thank you, Mr. England. Thank you, Mr. Fernandez. I'm glad we got 10 bids. That's tremendous. And, it's great because there was so much disparity between the cost of each of them. So, the lowest bid, I think we all, definitely have to go with. But I just want to refresh everyone's memory about, I know any school is a lot of schools are sentimental to a lot of people, to all of us, if you went there or your children went there. Sebastian Roy has been a part of our community for a long time, and I know it's going to be difficult for all of us. But just for the public to know and reiterate that, to that purpose, FEMA actually told us we had to demolish Sebastian Roy, correct, Mr. Fernandez?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, because it was structurally unsound.
It is structurally unsound as it is, and it would be cost prohibitive to
And it'd be
try
cost prohibitive.
to rehabilitate it.
Okay, so it was direction from FEMA,
Yes,
and it's something that none of us choose to do, but we feel like we have to do it. So just for the community out there who I know is feeling very,
At least there's going to be 5 oak trees.
yeah, we're gonna leave the 5 oak trees in the property.
The 5 oak
will-
trees, to the best of my knowledge, are structurally sound. So.
Yes. And the property they'll grade it and all that, it'll be
Oak trees would
still
stood.
nice-looking property. But we're all sad to demolish Sebastian Roy, and wish we didn't have to, but because of the facts known and all of the engineering studies and everything that was done in the communications and direction from FEMA, it has to be done. And I just wanted to reiterate that,
Sure.
so, thank you.
Thank you. Welcome, Mr. Dysart. Mr. Warner?
I'll make the motion that we take the lowest bid for the demolition of Sebastian
Okay.
Roy.
I'll second it.
Second by Dr. We have a motion by Mr. Warner, second by Dr. Lewis. Any other comments or questions for Mr. Fernandez concerning this issue? If not, please cast your vote.
The motion passes. It's 7-4 and 2 abstentions.
Okay. Thank you,
Ms.
Mr.
Acevedo, did you vote? I'm sorry, it's 4, and 2 abstentions.
There you go.
Okay. I knew I needed 10.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Fernandez. Okay, moving on to item number 11, items to be placed on the agenda for next committee meeting. Yeah, Ms. Dysart.
Thank you, Ms. England. Excuse me, it was mentioned tonight that all of us are very, and our whole country is very saddened by the happenings of, what happened in Florida school. And we know we already have many safeguards in place at all our schools, and we have school security plans, and we do, drills, and we work very closely with the sheriff's office. So, Ms. Foche, at this time, not at this time, but at the next meeting, at the committee meeting, if you would, just to go over all of the safety precautions that we have at each and every one of the schools. And I know we're in the process of with keypads and, an extra form of security for our employees and our students. And if you could just, put that on the agenda for the next meeting, I'd appreciate it.
Yes.
Just so, hopefully everyone in our community can, not be so tense and feel more relaxed about the safety of their own children.
Yes, and Mr. Longhead also asked that we do so too. So
Okay,
that's
good.
Okay.
Thank you.
That would comfort our community.
Yes. Thank you.
That's it, Ms. Dysart?
Thank you.
Mr. Campbell.
Yeah, maybe we could, if possible, invite Mr. Ram, John Ram, who's the Homeland Security,
That's a good idea.
to reinforce what will be discussed.
That's good, very good. Okay, anyone else? Okay, move on to item number 12, superintendent's comments. Ms. Foche?
Okay, just a couple of announcements. We did, at your direction, advertise in the newspapers as well as Facebook and our website about the vacancy that we will have on our board for District 9. So just to let the public know that those applications can be gotten here at the school board office, or you can download one either from the website or our Facebook page. And those applications to fill the vacancy have to be in by next Friday at 2 p.m. here at this office. And that information is in the advertisement. Friday, March 2nd at 2 p.m. Okay, by 2 p.m. The Special Olympics, just again to reiterate the date, will be at Shelmet High School, 9:30 a.m. on March 9th, Friday, March 9th, Special Olympics at Shelmet High School. And we're very, very pleased to announce, I know we talked a little bit earlier this year, but we got the confirmation this week that Megan St. Angelo, who's a senior at Shelmet High School, is a National Merit Finalist. She was a semifinalist in the fall. We got the information recently that she is now a finalist, and this is, I think, the 4th or 5th year in a row that Shelmet High School has had National Merit Finalists, which is a very prestigious honor. It's the top 1/2 of 1% of students throughout the United States who achieve that particular honor. So congratulations to Megan and all of the faculty and staff at Shelmet High School. We applaud her achievements and, the achievements of the teachers there who helped prepare her for this national exam. So we're very, very proud of her.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Foche. One thing I want to remind the board members, I was just looking at our material. We're going to, to the conference next week. In a packet they had in there about your financial disclosure. Okay, so you got to May 15th. But I'm just giving you a heads up. Once you do your income tax, fill out your disclosure and send it in to the state. I really appreciate that. And so we move on to item number 13, adjournment.
Before we do that,
sorry.
could I just say
Sure.
one more
Go
thing
ahead.
that I forgot? I know we talked about the teacher shortages and we passed the resolution about that. And we know that there is a shortage of teachers coming from the traditional teacher prep programs at the universities, which we would love to have enough of if they were available. And we've talked a lot about St. Bernard Parish having its own, our own, teacher preparation program for those harder to staff and more critical areas here. And we have put an advertisement out there, and we are accepting applications for next year's teaching corps for prospective people who have college degrees who may want to look at this as a change in career, to fill out an application to be a part of our teacher preparation program for next year. Those applications need to be turned. I don't have the exact date, but it is published on our site. But by April or May, I think is the date that we're asking them to be submitted by. And we, in order to be eligible, because we have been getting many inquiries, the candidate must have a college degree, at least a 2.5 GPA from a university program. They must have passed the Praxis 1 exams or have an equivalent score on the ACT, which is a 22 composite, and have passed the content area of the Praxis that they wish to teach in. So there's preparation. They can't just turn in an application and be accepted contingent upon that. They must do it prior to acceptance into the program. So it's a college degree with a 2.5 grade point average from their university work and passage of both the Praxis 1 exam and the content area of Praxis 2 for the area in which they wish to teach. We're looking at the more difficult to staff areas of secondary math, science, English language arts, and special education. Those are the primary areas that we are looking for in that first round of applicants. So if anyone is interested and wants more information, they can find the information on the website or call into our personnel office, and we'll be happy to work with you and provide that information. Thank you.
Mr. Campbell. Motion by Mr. Campbell, second by Ms. Acevedo. All in favor? Aye. This meeting is adjourned. Thank you. Good night.